Hey everybody, my name's Josh Willig. I'm the Chief Joy Officer at Bahati Robin Hood. Bahati Robin Hood is a community-owned and operated hospitality group that's located in Himachal Pradesh in the beautiful town of Nagar behind me. This is our first concept location, but hopefully within this year and going forward, we're going to be growing the brand all around the world, within India first. Our next location is going to be opening in Leh on June 1st, and hopefully Dharamkot there in the fall. So the idea behind Bahati Robin Hood is hospitality, especially in the developing world, in places like India and rural India. It needs a player and a force to change the behaviors that we're seeing in the industry. So currently right now the industry is run by groups that are owned by either very private, wealthy individuals that sit in big urban centers, or they're owned by venture capital companies, private equity companies, companies that are really just looking to maximize profit and not really concerned at all with the value that they're delivering to either communities or the environment, or employees for that matter. So what I see most often, and what inspired me to start Bahati Robin Hood, is that it's oftentimes these wealthy folks that come into these developing areas and then take all of that value out with them. And Robin Hood, in my opinion, he stands for service. He stands for serving the masses and the working masses, and we're here to create a fair distribution of that value. So every dollar that comes into our hospitality group gets distributed across the whole ecosystem. What does that mean? So the ecosystem, in my opinion, in hospitality is customers, obviously, employees, the communities that we engage with and serve, and the environment around us. So within that dollar of profit, there should be a fair distribution across all these key stakeholders. What have we done to ensure that fair distribution? Well, every employee in our hospitality group is also an owner of the hospitality group. Along with that, we've started one of the first waste services within the Kulu Valley. This is our own waste truck that we do daily collections for 5 panchayats. We've collected about 3,000 tons of waste in the last few years with this service, and that number continues to grow every day. So this whole concept and what we've done in Himachal is really, it's a testament to what can be done around the world if you have a scaled brand with multiple locations, because as the brand grows and the commercial activity grows, so does the community impact and value that we're creating for the ecosystem. What COVID did was it really shook the foundation of the whole urban economic living model. So from a historical context, and I think this is important, we have to understand that humans lived in civilizations, rural civilizations, communal civilizations, for thousands of years. And it's only until the last, call it 100 or 200 years, have these people started to migrate towards urban centers. And why have they been doing that? Well, it's to chase a rising standard of living. So by consequence of trying to have economic mobility, right, we've pushed ourselves into very concentrated economic hubs, right? And why do professionals suffer, right? You know, it's ironic to me that we have some of the highest standards of living now in the history of human beings, but we also have some of the highest levels of stress and anxiety and depression and mental and emotional health challenges, right? And these are concentrated in people who have very high standards of living, right? So the question is why, right? Well, in my opinion, and our organization believes, that's because we're not actually choosing the lifestyles which we know in our hearts will serve us, right? And when we start to do that, all of that pain and that suffering just washes away, right? And we see that every day here at Bahati Robin Hood. It's really, really beautiful. Consistency and the quality has to be there, right, with every location. the same bed, the same food, the same community experience, the same digital working experience. All of it has to tie together, right? Because we don't want to have people join our community for a day. We want to have people in our community for their entire lives. We want people to be able to go to our locations in India, right, have amazing digital working experiences, and then go over to Mexico or Colombia or Ecuador, stay at a Pahadi Robinhood and say, man, this is amazing. I get the same thing in this new country, right? And if we can do that as a brand, I think we're going to be tremendously, tremendously successful. To me, spirituality is the pursuit of being a better person every day. I try to get myself to the level through my practices, which is yoga, meditation, singing, dancing, hiking, storytelling, creative writing. These practices that I do every day are like going to the gas station, right? Every morning I go and I fill my tank, right? With the goal of taking my gas and being a gift to the world with it, right? So how can we as humans feel love within ourselves consistently? And then how can we bring that love to the world, right? How can we share it? For me, that's spirituality at its core. I think that everything in this world is love, right? We are love, nature is love, the whole ecosystem is love, right? We come from the same shared energy, right? And we're all here to help each other get home, right? We're all guides in this world, right? We're guiding people to find that love in their heart, right? To find the places and the communities that make their hearts sing every day, right? And at its core, regardless of what we're doing professionally, that should be the purpose, right? It's like, how can we make our own hearts sing, and how can we make the hearts of everybody around us sing every day, right? If we do those things, all the desires and wants and things, they come to us without us having to push them into the world, right? So it's one of the things that I've had to work on over time, is letting go of all the expectation and attachment and preconceived ideas of what success is and what I should be doing in this world, and really just focus on how happy can I make my heart every day. And then can I share that heart happiness with the rest of the world? And yeah, it's a pretty cool exercise. So, if you believe in our mission, if you believe in what we've done here in Himachal, starting one of the largest waste services in the entire Kulu Valley and fostering real equality amongst our workforce, right? All we ask you to do is to share our mission, share our purpose, and understand that you too, as a human being, can be Robin Hood, right? Robin Hood is the spirit of service. He lives in all of us, right? He goes across cultures and religions. He lives in our heart, right? And when we act from this place of service every day, it makes our heart very happy. So I encourage every traveler, every human being out there to take up the spirit of Robin Hood and see how you feel. Thank you. So what would I like travelers to ask the businesses that they're traveling to? One of the ways that we can start to make this change, even without Pahadi Robinhood growing additional sites, is to start asking the management of the big brands at each location 3 fundamental questions. Question 1, how are employees compensated within your enterprise? Right. Question 2, what sorts of environmental practices have you instituted within your organization? And number 3, what sorts of activities are you doing to integrate with the broader community around you? If we can get travelers around the world to start really poking in at that, again, it will change the way these businesses operate. It will put an impetus around social responsibility, and that again only comes with customers promoting that change within the marketplace. So I'm really hoping that travelers around the world really they spend their dollars with the businesses that they know are going to be socially responsible, and for the ones that aren't, they're leaving them behind.